I want to share with you how you can earn a full-time income while living here in Greece. And this applies for you, the foreigner, the person who wants to retire in Greece and wants to earn extra side income, if that's your case. And this applies even for Greeks themselves. So I want to pretty much give you a few tips and things that I do in order to live here in Greece and work 100% for myself, and most importantly, work online. There's a lot of questions that I get asked over the years, way before I started this YouTube channel. This is not my first YouTube channel. My first YouTube channel is all about what I do for a living, which is music. And I started to do music in order to earn a living as a stay-at-home dad. When I relocated from the UK here to Greece, I became a stay-at-home dad after a failed business. I told that story many times before. And I was looking for ways to earn money online while I was taking care of my first daughter, Fedra. Now, the first thing that you need to do is identify something that you're good at. That's the number one thing. In my case, it was music. In my case, is the ability of creating music and composing music. So that skill already had it. So you have to identify what you're good at, whatever that is. I don't know you, I don't know your situation, I don't know what your passion is, I don't know what your skills are either. You must be truthful to yourself and say, yeah, I am good enough with this in order to do it. So in my case, music is something that not only I'm good at, but it's something that I knew that I have what it takes in order to monetize it. And I became a professional the moment I made that mindset change or shift in the mind, okay? Like I have always treated music as a hobby, as something that I was doing on the side, even though I have worked in music throughout my life, like in recording studios and retail, selling instruments and whatnot. I never really took ownership of these skills and these talents and these abilities that I have. And even though I went to university to study music and sound production and sound recording, all of this, I never really took ownership and say, hey, I'm just gonna go on my own and do this, let alone doing it online, okay? So I was always applying for jobs, and this video is not about applying for jobs. This video is about you creating your own jobs, okay? So that's number one. Identify what you're good at. You don't need to have qualifications, by the way, depending on what field we're talking about here. But in my case, in music, my qualifications mean nothing. What matters is my ability to produce an end result. So that's number one. Identify what you're good at. Number two, you can teach what you're good at. So in my case, I created a YouTube channel teaching about the music and teaching what I do for a living. So once I accomplished that goal of actually monetizing my music, okay, then the second thing will be to actually put it out there. And because I have a passion for sharing, I guess I'm a natural teacher, a natural coach, so to speak. I wanted to share my journey as someone who lives abroad, okay? And it's what I'm doing here with this video, by the way. It's something that I want to share with you. And even though this channel is not about entrepreneurship or it's not about music, it's about me, it's about my Greek lifestyle, and this is how I earn a living here in Greece. And because you guys have been asking me, this is why I'm creating this video. So the second thing will be to actually put the word out there of what you're doing. I started to earn money with my music by composing music for media. That's what I do. That's my 9 to 5. And while I was earning money with that, I was documenting that process. And my story on YouTube, on my first YouTube channel, is I'm a stay-at-home dad trying to make ends meet by doing music, living in a foreign country, and in this case, it's Greece. And as I was documenting this journey, and I have plenty of footage, I have plenty of videos about that, the whole YouTube channel was built like that. What happened is that I started to create an audience of people that wanted to do what I do, which is compose music for a living. Yeah, make money with their music. So once I started to do that, the next step was to actually monetize, first of all, the content that I was creating on YouTube. Okay, that was number one. Back then, YouTube rules were different. There was no limits or threshold in order to start monetizing on YouTube. Even though I was not making it for the money on YouTube, I was still getting a little bit of money with that. So at this point, I'm already creating an income with the music by composing it from home while being a stay-at-home dad. I'm documenting that journey by actually showing others what I'm doing, and I'm putting it on YouTube, and I'm getting a little bit of ad revenue from YouTube, which at the time I didn't even know that it was possible. The camera skills that I had back then and the talking skills that I had were really bad. Over the years, it has gotten better, right? Because it's something that you can get good at the more you do it. But what I was doing is that I was creating an audience and people who wanted to learn of what I was doing on a regular basis. So I'm doing the thing, I'm teaching about the thing on YouTube for free, like just giving pretty much everything away. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm making the money with the music, this is the things that you should do, this is what I'm doing today. So it became kind of like a diary. It's a vlog, really. That's what I was doing. And I will incorporate in those videos similar things that you see here on this channel, which is my life through a lens of a foreigner. At the time, I was not focusing so much on the foreigner aspect of it or the Greek lifestyle of it, but more about the stay-at-home dad living in a foreign country trying to make ends meet with the music. And it's something that you will have to do a lot of brainstorming when it comes down to content creation, and a lot of people choose to create content, especially on YouTube, because it's a search platform, it's a search engine, and YouTube is owned by Google, which again is a search platform. And this is the way you start to create an online presence. This is the way you start to create an audience, okay? And you might be wondering how you can get started, and you have to start thinking in terms of positioning and how can you present yourself online, all right? So number one, to recap very quickly, so I don't overwhelm you because I'm spitting quite a lot of things here on this short video. The number one thing is to identify what you're passionate about and something that you probably are already doing it. Okay, so you're probably already taking photos. You have a passion for photos, or you have a passion for gardening, or you have a passion for languages, or you have a passion for Greece, right? You want to talk about Greece. You want to be able to share what Greece is all about, or you want to talk about politics, God forbid. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you have a passion for it and you have the knowledge and the know-how of how to communicate that idea. Number two, you can actually create a small audience by talking about this. Okay, there is free distribution nowadays, and the best distribution platforms that are out there, in my opinion, is YouTube. For the reasons that I've just mentioned, is a search engine. Okay, it's not a sharing platform like TikTok or Instagram. It's a search engine. People are typing in right now as we speak how to move to Greece, or how to make money with their music, or how to take better photos with their smartphone, or whatever. And that's how YouTube is being used. Of course, on YouTube, you can find many things like entertainment and silly videos and whatnot, but you want to position yourself as someone who's building something here in order to earn money. So this is something that is very important for you to identify. How can you monetize your skill? And this is where you really need to dig deeper. Now, I want to leave you here with the last thing, which is you can start creating your own products and sell your own products. It could be a digital product in this case, or a consultation in a form of a product. You can become a consultant or a coach if you don't have a product. But this only applies to you, or this will only happen once you have an audience. If you don't have an audience, if you don't have people that know you or actually know what you're doing, then it's going to be very hard for you to sell your consultation, your products, or anything that you have to offer for that matter. Okay? And you have to think that content becomes your advertisement, or content becomes the thing that will put yourself out there. Okay, so in my case, when I started to create products, I already had an audience. I already had people who were following what I was doing on YouTube with the music side of it. So they were already asking me questions. They were already asking me about how can you create the music? How do you compose the music? What do I do with the music? How do you make it like this? How do you get the money, right? Like the whole process from A to B. And from the alpha to the omega, so to speak, okay? Like a step-by-step process of how to do what I do. And but this only happens again once you have a small audience, and that's why the first steps are crucial, which is identify what you're good at, then create a distribution through YouTube, and finally create a product. And if you don't have a product, then you can create a service, which will come in the form of consultation. Okay, and if I'm going to use this YouTube channel as an example, what I did is that I started to create content about Greece because I love Greece, and I was already making content about Greece anyways. I just had to reframe it and package it in a different way. And because I already knew a lot about my first online business and my YouTube and everything that I have done online, this is exactly what I did. And very quickly became a very successful YouTube channel. I became someone known for living in Greece, or living abroad in Greece, or expats in Greece, to the point that other people are trying to copy that model. From the thumbnail, I've talked about this before on various videos. that you have to carve yourself a space in that niche, okay? And you can see it very clearly here with this channel that this is exactly what I've done. The blueness of the skies, my cats are going crazy now. The blueness of the sky and the sea and all of this is very intentional, okay? Because I want to convey those images of Greece. The thumbnails, the same thing. In the beginning, I was doing a lot of the blueness of the thumbnails with the white letters and the flag and the arrow, like I say to you, to the point that other creators start to copy that. And this is what you want to achieve. You want to become someone that has created a brand around what you're doing. I did the same thing with the music YouTube channel. I was talking about very specific side of the music business and very specific niche or a brand around that. And the way I market myself, and I know this might sound a little bit weird for you if you just want to make the money, but you know, there's certain things you will have to learn if you want to earn money working from home like I do and working online, okay? The way you do this is that you have to position yourself and market yourself. And what I did with the music licensing brand was, again, a stay-at-home dad trying to make ends meet with his music. You can see that this comes out very naturally because I've been doing it for years, and this is how I position myself online. And here on this channel, I position myself as a foreigner living in Greece, right? And just documenting my life as a foreigner who lives in Greece and what do I do? Right? And these kind of questions come all the time in the comment section, online, on the things, and you know, people make assumptions as well, which is all, you know, fine. But my goal with these videos is to help you, because I have met people through these videos, by the way, through this channel, which they have no idea what I do online, for example, with the music or my teachings about the music, and they're asking for some type of help and advice based on what I've done with this YouTube channel alone, because they can quite clearly see that it's well positioned, the branding is on point, everything seems to fit in the narrative of these videos. And I want to help others, not only people that have contacted me. In fact, I was talking to a client yesterday who wanted to retire, wants to come and move here to Greece, and as well, he wants to do something online, right? Like do something with his passion and his skills. And I'm trying to give direction of how to get started with baby steps and how to do it the right way, because there's nothing worse than try to start to work online and have expectations of something that they're not realistic, and maybe you're just in the dark. You just don't know how the whole thing fits together. So again, to recap here very quickly, number one, discover what you're passionate about, whatever it is. It could be Greece, something as simple as that, right? I have done this in multiple different niches and industries. Number two, find a way of distribution when it comes down to what you're passionate about. In this case, YouTube. Just create a YouTube channel. It's free. You can just find a name, learn how to talk on camera. It's a skill that anybody can acquire. Not everybody wants to talk on camera, I understand that, but if you don't want to talk on camera, if you don't want to be doing videos, then it's going to be very hard for you. You're going to have to sell someone else's products, okay, at the back end. And believe me, I get hit up all the time through this channel, by the way, of people who want to edit my videos, people who want to do things for me in the sense of like, hey, I want to do this for you, or I want to help you out with this, or help you out with that. And maybe that's you. I don't know, right? I'm just talking here about how can you create an audience online and how can you monetize your passion, all right? So that's number two, the distribution. So YouTube, create a YouTube channel about what you're passionate about, music, gardening, or Greece, whatever it is. And finally, just sell a service or a product. A product could be in the form of a book, it could be an ebook, it could be a course, it could be anything, but you only do that once you have created an audience. All right, and if this is something that you enjoy and this is something that resonates with you, I have created a guide for you. Click the link below so you can download that guide right now. And this is it. This is just like a quick rundown of three very basic things that you can do right now in order to start working online. Let us stop this video. It's already 8:21. I should get back to work, and I'll see you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Download that guide that I have created for you. It's just a very basic 3 pillars for you to start your own online business. And we're going to be covering the 3 major things which are related to the content of this video. Okay? Anyways, Thank you so much for the love and support. Σας ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Σας αγαπάω πάρα πολύ. And I'll see you in another video, my friend.